What's up, movie fans? We are here at the world premiere of Ben Affleck's new movie, The Way Back. Such an emotional tale, a story of redemption for a star-turned-coach. We're about to talk with the stars of the movie coming up. Well, obviously we're here, we're excited. Movie coming out, rush of emotions is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, I mean, to me, this all feels like it's happening to someone else. You know what I mean? This is my first time on the red carpet. This is my first time doing all this. It's very surreal, and it's really cool because I believe so much in what this movie is and what it's talking about. So to be here as a part of it, you know, representing for it feels really cool.
Why did you say like you feel that? I know you play Father Mark in the film. Is that part of what you're talking about?
Well, yeah. I mean, pretty much all of the parts in this, pretty much everybody in this movie, it feels like our job is to move Ben through this journey to the beginnings of recovery, right? So my job as Father Mark is to get him to really understand how much of a role model he could be to the kids on the team, how important he is going to be in their lives, and the example that he needs to set for them. And so, yeah, for me, I feel like, you know, when you're talking about high school kids, and you're talking about specifically young men and the men that they have in their lives who are teaching them by example as much as they're teaching them by what they say, I think it's very important.
How do you prep for a role like Father Mark? How did you prep for that?
Well, I'm Jewish, so it was like a very interesting journey of like learning what it's like to be a Catholic. So I read a couple of books about the Jesuits, and I went and met with a couple of priests, and I learned a lot of stuff. But really, my prep was mostly like, my role in this story is I have to kind of gently steer him in a different direction. And so that was really making sure that I was making choices that were about getting him to, like, you know, to sort of dam the river and get him to go another way.
Yeah, I remember there's a couple points in the trailer where he like cusses or says something, and he's like, I'm trying. You're like, try harder.
Yes, yeah. So that's kind of it. It's like, I also think it's, you know, it's kind of funny because when against the backdrop of like a very serious addiction movie, like my thing that I'm, you know, grousing about is his language, you know. But I do think that, yeah, like I'm sort of trying to get him to steer him in the right direction. He seems to be a little wayward. And certainly, I mean, this is a guy whose job is to make sure that the school's being represented in the right way, and to make sure that he's following the code of conduct. So I really have to like make sure that that's, you know, that he's being an example for everybody.
Absolutely. Real quick, you said it's your first time. Expectation versus reality. How are we feeling?
Oh my gosh, I am amazed that you talked to me. I didn't expect. I expected them to go, who's that guy? So this is, I mean, it's so cool. I think I expected it to be a lively zoo-like atmosphere, and it is, and that's great. But I think for me, it's just, yeah, it feels everything about this, because of sort of the nature of how I ended up here, and all this is a shock and a surprise, and all of it is an absolute kind of privilege.
Hey, you're dressed for the part. That pocket square turn and tie combo looks great. So you have a great day.
Shout out to Karina at the Glendale Nordstroms for helping me out with this. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Karina. Right. There you have it. Make sure that you catch The Way Back in theaters Friday, March 6th, and make sure to check out all of our interviews right here on Popcorn Talk Network.